She was born a noble lady, but gave it all up for love, following her husband to a barren land. From then on, she lived a life of hardship. Her eldest daughter, Sibylla, never understood why would her mother choose such a life, but Sibylla believed she could change her destiny through writing and escape poverty, until 1 month later, she received a letter from her grandmother, inviting her to come stay at her home. The letter felt like a ticket to freedom. Her heart lit up with hope. She couldn't wait to set off for her grandmother's house. When she arrived, Sibylla was stunned. The grand luxury of the place was a stark contrast to her poor home. That night, she was given her mother's old room. Looking at the elegant face in her mother's photo, Sibylla felt a swirl of emotions. She hated that she hadn't inherited her mother's beauty. Why was she so plain? Who would ever love someone like her? But her aunt comforted her gently, saying there are many kinds of love in this world. Love doesn't come knocking. You have to go find it yourself. Then her aunt covered the mirror and told her to look at herself again after a month. Life at her grandmother's house was the upper-class life she had always dreamed of. Every morning, servants carefully dressed and groomed her. Her hands, once rough from farm work, became soft and delicate. Over time, Sibylla slowly transformed into a graceful young lady. One day, she was happily picking flowers in a tree when a strange man suddenly appeared. Startled, she slipped and knocked over her ladder. The man came over and started chatting, thinking she was the new maid. He stood very close to her on purpose. Sibylla was so annoyed by his behavior, she turned and stormed off. A month passed in the blink of an eye. Her aunt pulled off the cloth covering the mirror and told her to take a look. She was stunned. She didn't know she could be so beautiful. But that night at the party, she ran into that man again. It turned out, he was the son of her uncle's friend. His name was Harry. During the banquet, Sibylla teased Harry whenever she got the chance. There was a spark of playful revenge in her eyes. Harry stayed silent, clearly a little embarrassed. A few days later, Harry came driving up to pick up Sibylla and invited her to stay at his family's estate. At the estate, Sibylla met Harry's aunt, Lady Bobby, a woman who seemed very serious and composed. Everything about the place felt fresh and exciting to Sibylla. Harry was always by her side, patient and attentive. They rowed a boat together, their eyes full of secret affection. Over the following days, they played piano duets, shared their love for the arts, laughed and teased each other. They visited the farm at the estate, and when they got tired, they lay down together on the grass. At that moment, Sibylla felt an overwhelming sense of happiness and peace. But soon, Harry had to leave for urgent matters. Sibylla couldn't help feeling sad. Harry comforted her, promising he'd come see her the moment he returned. The promise gave her a bit of comfort. Back at her grandmother's house, she missed Harry every moment, waiting and dreaming of the day he would return. A month later, her grandmother's house was planning a grand party. The butler said he would deliver the invitation to Harry personally. Hearing that, Sibylla was surprised. Harry was already back.